video is about how I'm done with social media. Over the years, the way I create content, the way I think about myself, the kind of work I want to do has changed. And I feel like I've had this moment of like recalibration, like realizing that there are just certain things that I don't really care for anymore. I just remember thinking to myself, my body is trying to tell me something. It's trying to tell me that you need to find times of rest and break and incorporate it into your daily routine. If you keep waiting for a time to rest, one day your body will decide this is that day and it will not tell you the day that it has decided. I feel like these social media platforms are increasingly wanting us to become like slaves to the platforms. As soon as you've done something, next, what is your hook? You have to be like, stop scrolling. I have something to say to you. What if I said this? And I don't want that. Okay, if I'm quiet for a week, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, people are like, oh my goodness, are you alive? Yes, I'm alive. Like, social media is not real life. It just got to a point where I was just like, this is not sustainable for my soul. I can't keep doing this. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ezinne Zara, and if this is your first time watching any of my videos coming across my channel, I want to encourage you to please hit the subscribe button. You will not regret it. You only need to go to the comments, look at what people are saying about the experience they've had being members of this beautiful community. You know, we have such a good time over here. We encourage each other towards good works, and you know, just try to do this journey of life with Christ, and it's always such a good time over here. Trust me, you want to be a part of us. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you've been watching without subscribing, I'm fully judging you. Make sure you look and you are sure that you're subscribed, because sometimes people are watching my videos and they're not actually subscribed to the channel. And then later they're like, oh my goodness, I've been watching your videos and I just realized I'm not even subscribed. Hit that subscribe button now, okay? All right. So today has been such a good day. I had like a really good workout this morning, which just has given me the energy, and I've been wanting to, you know, film this video for a while, but it's just been one thing or the other. Either it's raining, it's dark, it's this, it's that. And then today I was just like, you know what? I'm not even going to give room for any more excuses. I'm just going to turn on my camera and I'm just going to have a sit-down conversation with you guys. So, where do I even start from? I've been offline for, I think, about a month now, and that wasn't planned at all. I had my YouTube masterclass in May, and part of what I had discussed with the students, by the way, can I just say that this last cohort I just had is easily my best cohort till date. I feel like every single time we do it, it gets better and better and better. You know, no shade to those from previous cohorts, because I absolutely loved every single cohort. I think probably my least favorite cohort was the first one, because there were some people that that managed to, will I say, sneak into the class that I would say had some behavioral challenges. Let me just put it that way to be nice. And honestly, almost made me decide not to do it anymore. But I'm glad I did not allow like a few bad actors ruin it for everyone else. And I think that every year, ever since like we've had the masterclass, it's just gotten better and better and better. The energy, the vibes, the learning, the, you know, just everything. Sometimes I feel like when the classes even end, I'm also sad. Like the students are sad, I'm sad. I just feel like, oh my goodness, I wish we had more time. I wish we could always meet. And I've just been thinking about it. Like, I'm saying that what people really want is actually community. And so I was thinking, okay, should I start like a paid community for everyone? We just meet frequently, like maybe 2 times a month, you know, and then we just talk and chat, because I think that that is always the best part of EYMD, like community, the breakout rooms, when people get to talk to each other, when I get to talk with people and we're laughing and we're joking and all of that. I feel like I love that and I really, really enjoy it. So I've just been thinking about it. Should I do a community, create something? I was thinking of calling it In the Room with Ezinne Zara. It's just a thought I've been having, but when I ran it by my husband, he was like, you're already doing so much. You don't need one more thing added to your plate, like another commitment, which I think is valid, but it's something I've been thinking about. I really want that community and I want to create that space for you guys. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about how I'm done with social media. I'm just so done with it. But before I get into all of that, I want to apologize to my EYM students. I know that we're supposed to announce the best video, like the person who employed all of the things that were taught in class, but I haven't been able to do that because I fell sick. Guys, that sickness was not in the budget. It wasn't planned for, it wasn't accounted for. And let me gist you guys. You guys don't know, but there's so much that I do. I can't wait until maybe a time comes when I can like fully talk about what is going on behind the scenes, because I feel like my life is like an iceberg in the ocean. Sorry if that sounds a bit dramatic, where you only see like the tip of the iceberg, but then the full thing is like beneath the surface. I feel like that is me, because like whatever you guys see that you feel like, oh my goodness, isn't it doing so much, is literally only like 10%. I feel like I have so much work that I could be working for the next 10 years. I'm not even joking. I have so much work, and obviously I'm going to share with you guys all in due time, one after the other, just as God is perfecting it. I'm way too African to do the day one of building whatever it is that I'm building. I'm just like, yeah, when we are done, you guys will know about it, because I'm just way too African for that. I mean, this is us growing up in a time where you say, your parents will tell you not to tell anybody that you're traveling, you have to keep it quiet, you have to, that thing is still inside my body, you know. So yeah, all of last year, even though I wasn't posting, I can't remember when I stopped posting last year. I think I posted up until May as well, or so, or April, I think so. I can't really remember. And then I stopped posting, but I was still working. And, you know, I went to film school. I was working on some projects, you know, production work that I was doing, all of that. And I was also putting finishing touches to my book, His Eyes on the Sparrow, that you guys got to see on the 1st of January. I think that was when I announced it. Time is just moving past me, so I may not really know all of these dates. But yeah, like all of that, I did not rest throughout the Christmas break. And that's something that I'm going to start doing. Every December, I'm just not going to post or do any like social media work. I'm just going to take the whole of December off. Like that's something I want to start doing, because I think that I don't get as much engagement in December anyway. It's just something that I've noticed, because everyone is busy. People are going out, they're traveling, they're with their family, they're going from one event to the other. So even when I post content, like nobody really watches it and nobody really has time to watch it. And that's valid. I'm not asking you not to spend time with your family on Christmas and to instead be watching my video, like obviously not, but just noticing that like trajectory. I'm like, hey, perhaps I should also take a break and be resting during this festive season, because the next year is coming and everybody's going to be expecting content, going to be expecting you to work. For you guys, consuming this is relaxation, but for me it's work, you know. So I remember 2025 December, I worked all through the holidays, like on Christmas Day, all through December, I was working, you know, and then I came into the new year. I was just like, I just want to get my book out. Once I've announced the book and I've been able to do some promo for it, I would take that time that I need to rest. But honestly, it was just one thing after the other. You guys saw it. After the book was launched, I was in a movie. If you haven't watched Love I Left Behind yet, what are you even waiting for? So I was in a movie, acted in the movie. Then after that, it's just been one thing after the other. Like it's even a blur to me. I can't even remember all of the things that I've done this year, because it's just been go, 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 go. And just telling myself, I will rest, I will rest, I will rest. You know, filming all of the contents that you guys have seen. We had some amazing conversations with PD, with PM, with Olive and Modi, with ID, with Gideon, with Flourish. We just had like such an amazing run on the Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast. That takes a lot of work, you know, to get all of those contents out. So by the time we had the masterclass, I think my body had just been through a lot and was just like, girl, if you don't pull the plug, I will. So I just felt sick out of nowhere and I couldn't do anything for like 2 weeks. And it was just a really, really intense time. I just remember thinking to myself, my body is trying to tell me something. It's trying to tell me that you need to find times of rest and break and incorporate it into your daily routine. If you keep waiting for a time to rest, one day your body will decide this is that day and it will not tell you the day that it has decided. It's just going to break down and you're going to be forced to have the rest that you did not want to have. And so that's just what really happened to me. And during that break, you know, I just started thinking about my social media account. Why I particularly loved this AYM cohort is that we had the global teamie and we had Onye and Ozie in our class, and both of them were phenomenal facilitators. I learned so much even from their own sessions. And I think one thing that really stayed with me from both of them was just seeing how they are willing to show up every single day. That's online on social media. I think at the end of the day, we are all different. You know, there are some people who find it easier to show up on social media depending on the type of content that they do. But I think that over the years, the way I create content, the way I think about myself, the kind of work I want to do has changed. I started vlogging, really getting into vlogging. And by vlogging, I don't just mean sit down videos for YouTube. I mean like filming my day. When I was in my early 20s, Was that early 20s or mid 20s? 24, is it like early 20s or mid 20s? You guys let me know. And now I'm in my late 20s. And I feel like I've had this moment of like recalibration, like realizing that there are just certain things that I don't really care for anymore. When I was much younger, I would really love, like, anywhere I go, I'm filming it. This is my food, that, like, I'm talking, like, I'm sharing in real time. Those things were exciting and all of that. But as life has evolved and I'm getting older, my commitments are also changing, my work is increasing. And I guess just who I am as a person is maturing. There are just certain things I don't really care for anymore. I would rather much be present in my actual life than be focused on content. So there was a time I was looking at my life through the lens of content. Believe it or not, that is a real thing that creators struggle with, right? You go out to eat with your loved ones, and instead of being at the table and having a conversation with them, your brain is thinking, oh my goodness, this would be such a good picture. Oh my goodness, that thing you just said, I need to record it. Oh my goodness, I need you to do that thing that you did again. So your actual relationships are suffering and your actual life is suffering, even though your content life is improving. And something else is that as the years have gone on, I feel like these social media platforms are increasingly wanting us to become like slaves to the platforms, especially like short form content. So now I'm talking like the Instagrams and the TikToks. And of course, this is all my opinion and my own experience with these platforms. I just feel like it's very fast paced. As soon as you've done something, next. You've done something, next. You've done something, next. And for some of us that are true creatives, and when I say true creatives, I'm not saying that people who create every day are not creative. I mean people who want to do deep creative work. Let's say you want to write a book, or you want to do films, or you want to do really deep creative work. It can be really hard to show up at the intensity and the consistency that these platforms are rewarding. Now things are even getting more and more crazy. You even have AI videos. You have to, they're always like, oh, what is your hook? You have to be like, stop scrolling. I have something to say to you. What if I said this? It's just getting so intense, so unnecessarily intense. And I really miss the times when Instagram was just, you go out, you have a nice memory, you share with your friends, and maybe some strangers that find it come on there. Like, I feel like I'm more of a slow creator, and I've tried really hard to be a fast creator, and it's just not working for my soul. And I think where I'm getting to in my life is getting to a point where I'm comfortable with saying, this is who I am, and I am not going to change it to accommodate who I'm not. And not in a toxic manner, just recognizing that this is who I am. For instance, I would say I'm somebody who prefers to take my time to create something and then present it. So for instance, in the past, we've had people do artworks and they spend a year or two painting the brush strokes, commissioning this art, all of those types of things. And then there's a whole process to unveil it, and everybody sits and they admire it and they're like, oh my goodness, they're like taking it in. Now you have AI that can create art in a minute, and people are just like, next, next, next. And I don't know, I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it anymore. And where I'm getting to in my creative journey, I want to write books. I actually want to write books. And if you've ever written a book, you realize that writing books requires you to be quiet. That's why a lot of the times when I'm offline, if you've noticed, when I come back, I usually come back with a book. Because it takes time. You have to be quiet, you need to think, you need to go on walks, you need to meet people, you need to reflect. You can't do all of that and be like, stop scrolling right now. Oh, I have something to tell you. And if you also notice, I haven't really done any brand deals this year. Part of the reasons why I haven't done brand deals is that I pivoted my content a bit to start doing the things that I felt are really true to who I am. I don't want to feel myself going out to a restaurant to eat just because I want a brand to see me as a billboard and be like, oh, if we put our ad here, it will be really nice. Because that's why I was doing a lot of like living content, because I wanted to appeal to brands, and I was getting a lot of brand deals and it was funding this thing that we do here. But it just got to a point where I was just like, this is not sustainable for my soul. I can't keep doing this. I don't want to feel like, oh my goodness, I haven't posted on my Instagram for a week. All my followers are going to leave, or oh, people are going to think that I'm a boring creator, or people are going to see me as this and that. And you're now creating from a place that is not healthy or good. And I think that if we creators are honest, we're falling into that trap. I want to go back to posting captions. There was a time I used to write like really long, deep captions. You know, I want to get back into that. I want to write stories. I just want to write. That's really what I want to do. And writing takes time and requires you to be quiet. So part of the reasons why I'm saying this is because I'm so done with social media. And I don't want that, okay, if I'm quiet for a week, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, people are like, oh my goodness, are you alive? Yes, I'm alive. Like, social media is not real life. It's actually not proof of life. Posting on my page is not proof of life. I remember times that I was posting regularly and I was going through the hardest things and I was posting regularly. And there are times that I've been offline and I'm having the best time in my life. My goal, quite frankly, as a human being, is to get to the point where one day I don't need to have a social media presence for the message to go out. That is what I hope to get, because social media, the way it is going, I'm sorry, I just can't jump on that train. I can't do it anymore. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. We are all longing for deeper, more meaningful connections in one way or the other. That's why I love YouTube so much, because I feel like YouTube allows for like long form content for us to have conversations that actually matter. And it's not just like something quick, sharp that is just, but even YouTube, like the idea that every week you have to come up with something extraordinarily creative can be quite something, you know. For someone like me, who my content is more like designed to help or encourage, sometimes it's like, I may not always have something to say every single week or every single month, because many of the lessons that I share with you guys are things that God has taught me over years. He didn't teach me in one day and so by Friday I'm ready to share it. Like, no, he does a slow work. And I think that is the thing that social media is taking out of us and now pushing people to now just say something just for the point of yarning, let me just post anything, and then you have quantity but the quality is low. Yeah, I think that's basically all I have for this video before my camera shuts off again. Just wanted to do like a quick catch-up, life update sort of video and just chat with you guys, just so that in case you see me moving interestingly on social media, you have context for it. Like, I just don't think that success has to be posting every single day, at least for me. You know, I sort of clarified it that there are different types of creators, and some people are slow creators. I am a slow creator and I'm okay with that. I'm no longer trying to be what I'm not. And I just hope that you guys love the content enough to stick around, even if there are like silences for like 4 months, 5 months, whatever it is. You just know that whenever you see me, it's going to be worth it. Like, that's what I want it to be. Whenever you see me, it's going to be worth it. So yeah, I think that's all I have. And I will see you guys in the next video. Success is not just physical, it's also spiritual. And I kind of did the flip side of this conversation in one of my videos titled, if you're in your 20s or your 30s and you want to succeed, watch this. It's always a merging of the two, spirit and skill. Once they say AJ, they've not even finished saying S, I'm already there. Like, that was me. And every time I would go, I didn't have a lot of money. I would give him 1,000 naira just to honor him. Here you are thinking that you've posted a really good video. I need to be like, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. This is the worst video you've posted in your last videos, in your last 10 videos. Sometimes I ask myself why I chose this job. Did I choose it or did it choose me? Having success on social media or just in any field in general is not necessarily about doing more sometimes. You know, it's about like, okay, God, submitting that thing to God and allowing him to put his grace upon it for you to have success.